Good evening and welcome. I'm Vincent McCory. This is Africa 54. The U.S. State Department says terrorist attacks worldwide jumped by 35% last year, with an 81% increase in the number of deaths. In its annual assessment of terrorism, it says the militant groups Islamic State and Boko Haram were responsible for a high number of exceptionally lethal attacks. We get more from VOA State Department correspondent Pam Dockins.
The State Department says Islamic State militants were responsible for 1,083 attacks last year, the most of any terror group. It says those attacks, such as one in northern Iraq that led to the killing of dozens of captured Iraqi soldiers, resulted in more than 6,000 deaths. Syria's ongoing civil war has been a spur for many worldwide terrorism events, says counterterrorism coordinator Tina Kadenow.
The overall flow of foreign terrorist fighter travel to Syria was estimated at more than 16,000 foreign terrorist fighters from over 90 countries as of late December, which is a number that exceeds any similar flow of foreign terrorist fighters traveling to other countries in the last 20 years.
In Nigeria, people scrambled for safety as police moved in following a November market bombing linked to Boko Haram. The State Department says the group's brutal tactics in West Africa resulted in more than 5,000 casualties last year and nearly 1,300 kidnappings, including several hundred girls from a school in Chibok.
Boko Haram shares with ISIL a penchant for the use of these brutal tactics, which include stonings, indiscriminate mass casualty attacks, and systematic oppression of women and girls, including enslavement, torture, and rape.
Coalition airstrikes over Iraq and Syria are among U.S.-led efforts to combat terrorism, a problem that State Department spokesman John Kirby says the U.S. can't take on alone.
The real answer to getting at terrorism is cooperative international efforts across the spectrum, and it can't just be done by the United States. And there's just simply no way.
State Department officials say the U.S. has been working to shift its counterterrorism strategy to more effectively partner with countries where terrorist networks are seeking a foothold. Pam Dockins, VOA News, the State Department.